It's story time with Lesley the lunch lady and me, Gary the gorilla.
Well, hello everybody.
Hello.
Hello Gary.
Hello, Lesley.
Hello. Have you had a good week?
Yes, thank you.
Good.
Yourself?
Yes, thank you. I have.
Good.
Everybody out there, have you had a good week? Lovely. Right. I've got another Robert the Garden Gnome story.
Good.
Yes.
I like them.
And then next week I've got one more.
Yeah.
And then, bum, 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 no more Robert the Garden Gnome stories.
What?
I might write some more, but maybe the week after that we might have a break and we'll do just one different story.
Okay.
And then we'll come back, because it's going to be winter soon and the garden's not very productive. Not a lot for Robert to do.
No.
So we'll have a little break and then we'll come back to him
Okay.
in the spring.
Yeah.
That's in the book, not in the spring real time.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, because summer's coming next year, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know, all that wind we had at the weekend
Oh.
don't feel like it, does it, boys and girls? Did you get blown away at the weekend?
That reminds me.
What?
I like what you've done with your hair this week. Nothing. Oops, sorry.
I've modelled it on Peter.
Have you?
Well, at the service he had to come inside, didn't he, because it was windy. Yeah.
Hey, I like those outtakes.
Yeah, they were funny, weren't they? Yeah.
They better not show ours. We'll get into trouble.
No, right, okay. Well, we'll behave. We're going to behave now, boys and girls. We'll start the
Oh,
story.
good. I'm ready.
Are you?
Yeah.
Right, we all sitting still?
Yeah.
And ready?
Yeah.
Good. Are you going to sit still?
I promise.
Thank you. Right. Over the last few days, Robert had tidied the garden, ready for winter setting in.
Yeah.
Didn't really want to go in the garden today. No. Do you know why, boys and girls?
No, why?
No. Because he fell down that blinking well, didn't he, last week?
Oh, yeah.
Well, he didn't fall. He was pushed.
He was pushed.
Do you remember? Anyway, he was thinking, what shall I do? And he remembered it was Friday.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Fields, on a Friday, he usually goes to help at church.
Ooh.
With a group of volunteers, some men, they tidy up round the churchyard.
That's nice of him.
But this Friday, he didn't go. He hadn't gone. And Robert thought, he seems to be hanging around.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's hanging around for.
I wonder.
And just then,
Yeah.
a van pulled up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a van from the local garden centre.
Ooh.
And Robert recognised it. Yeah. It had been before delivering things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the van pulled up and Mr. Fields went over to the van and helped the driver unload it.
Ooh. Did it say Burnside on the side?
No.
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 Okay.
There were 3 large boxes
Yeah.
and 1 small box.
Ooh. Wonder what was in there.
Yes, no, well, we'll find out.
Oh, we find out.
We will. Mr. Fields thanked the driver of the van from the local garden centre. Yeah. Not Burnside.
No.
There are other garden centres available. And he waved him off. And then Mrs. Fields came out to have a look. Yeah. So they opened all the boxes and took out 3 new plastic gnomes.
Oh, new gnomes, everybody.
3. Yeah. And in the small box, there was a plastic tortoise.
Tortoise.
Tortoise. Yes. It's a funny word, that, isn't it? Tortoise.
Yeah.
You can have them as pets, tortoise. They hibernate in the winter. You have to put them in a box and put straw all round them so they sleep well in the winter. Yeah. Some boys and girls might have a tortoise. I don't know. I always wanted one as a little girl, but I never got one. No. I think they eat lettuce leaves and things, but I'm not sure. Anyway, Robert thought, I'm going to need another duster. Yeah. Because there were already gnomes in the garden, wasn't there? Yeah. Yes, there was. There's Robert.
Oh, hello, Robert.
There was Charlie Gnome.
Hello, Charlie.
He sat by the pond.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peter Gnome.
Oh, yeah, Peter, on his log.
He sat on a log by the potting shed. Norman Gnome.
Oh, yeah, Norman.
Norman.
With his wheelbarrow.
Yeah, by the rockery.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Jane!
Jane. She sits in the herb garden looking up at the kitchen window so Mrs. Fields can see her. Right. So Robert thought, I'm going to keep an eye on Mr. Fields to see where he puts these other gnomes. Yeah. So he watched Mr. Fields set off. I think I've missed a bit.
Okay.
No, I've not.
You can have a little break there if you want.
I could have a little break there, but I'm not going to. Okay. So Mr. Fields set off.
Yeah.
I've not told you about the boxes, have I? No, I've missed the box bit out,
Oh,
boys
not
and
the
girls.
box bit.
Well, they emptied the gnomes out of the boxes. Yeah. And Mr. Fields took them indoors, took them into the lounge, ready to break them up. But Sammy Cat, we know who he is, don't we? He had a jump in all of them and play in them. He even scratched at them. Yeah. And then he curled up in the little box that the toys had been in and went straight to sleep. Then Mr. Fields came back out and decided to put these gnomes around the garden. Yeah. So he had a look and he thought, where's he going to put the new gnomes? Mr. Fields first went to the wall of the wishing well. Yeah. Yes, he did. And the first gnome, he sat on the wall of the wishing well. Yeah.
Oh!
Playing a guitar.
He's got a guitar.
He has. His name's Harvey.
Harvey? Oh, that's a good name.
It is, isn't it? Harvey Gnome.
Harvey.
He was playing the guitar. Yeah. And the next one he put by the garden gate. Yeah. Now, here he is. Ooh. Oh, where is he?
I wonder what he looks like.
He looks like that.
Oh!
This is Sean.
Sean?
Yes. And Robert thought, wow, blow me. He's got an easy life, boys and girls, asleep in his chair all the while. Yeah. He thought, he's a lazy gnome.
Is he?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. He's asleep in his chair all the while. And he's plastic, so he's going to stay there all the while, isn't he? Anyway, after that, he went to the last gnome and he stood the last gnome. He was an old-looking gnome. Yeah. This is him.
Oh.
Ted.
Ted, hello, Ted.
And he stood Ted by the front door, right by the front door of the mobile home, boys and girls, to welcome anybody who arrived. Yeah, good idea. And last of all, Tommy the Toys.
Oh, I like him.
Do you like him? Robert liked him.
Yeah.
And he put him in the rose bed, right in the middle of the rose bed.
Wow.
And then he went back indoors. And he thought, I'll sort those cardboard boxes out now. But Sammy was still asleep in the cardboard boxes.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So Robert waited for him to go back inside. And he thought, I want to get a closer look at these gnomes. So first of all, he decided he'd have a look at Sean near the gate. So he went over to Sean, had a look at him, thought, definitely an easy life. Got his duster out, and dusted him down, because there's a bit of packaging still on him.
Packaging?
Yes, out of the boxes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because they'd come well protected in the boxes, you see. There was lots of stuffing and things in there, polystyrene balls and all that, to keep them safe. Then Robert crept across. He crept across. Oh, you're creeping? Yeah. Very good. Crept across to have a look at Tommy. He did like Tommy because he was cute, boys and girls. Anyway, he gave him a dust down and there was some polystyrene balls off him. And when he dusted them down, they all flew away in the wind. Yeah.
Like a dandelion.
Yeah. They all blew away in the wind. Ooh.
Ooh.
So, the next gnome he went to visit was Harvey, who was sitting on the wishing well.
With his guitar?
With his guitar, yes. Before Robert went to the wishing well, he had a good look round. To make sure the coast was clear. He didn't want Sammy to be about. Anyway, he wasn't there. He didn't see Sammy. Because, of course, Sammy was inside asleep in a box.
Yeah.
Yes. So he went over to the wishing well, got out his duster, and he started to dust Harvey gnome. Yeah. He had to jump up and down a bit.
Oh, I like doing that as well.
Yeah, because he couldn't quite reach.
Yeah.
Because remember, last week he had to sort of scramble up, didn't he, onto the
did.
well?
Yeah.
Can you remember, boys and girls? He scrambled up onto the well. Well, Harvey was sat on the wall of the well, so he couldn't quite reach the top of him. So he was flicking his duster.
I bet those polystyrene balls were flying everywhere.
I bet there were, yes, there were. Anyway,
They get stuck in your fur, you know.
Do they?
Yeah. Carry on.
Plastic gnomes don't have fur, Gary.
No, but I know when they've unpacked stuff at the zoo, they get everywhere.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Ooh. You'll have to tell me more about the zoo.
Yeah.
I may have a little questionnaire with you about the zoo one week.
Oh, that'd be good.
So the boys and girls know what it's like living
Yeah.
there. You could tell them.
Oh, that's good.
Anyway, back to this story.
Yeah, sorry.
So just then, Mr. Fields came round the corner with his wheelbarrow, an empty wheelbarrow. Robert hid, ducked down behind the wishing well. Yeah, that's it.
Bit like that.
You be careful.
Okay.
And he watched Mr. Fields. He dug up the pumpkin, the potatoes, and the carrots. Yeah. And he put them all into the wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
And then he waved at Mrs. Fields, who was in the kitchen window, and off he went. He went through the garden gate. And Robert thought, he's taking them to church. Yeah. He's going to get things ready for the Harvest Festival, I bet. Going to meet the other men, and they'll get the church ready.
Yeah. And have a cup of tea.
Probably have a cup of tea, yeah. Church wasn't very far. It was only about 500 yards down the lane, so he could walk it easily. So off he set, pushing his wheelbarrow in front of him. Robert watched Mr. Fields go. Yeah. Then he crept along the front of the mobile home.
I'm creeping.
Creeping again, very good.
I'm back now.
Because he wanted to get a look at Ted, who was stood by the front door. Yeah. And the front door was on the side of the mobile home.
Yeah. What?
Does that make sense? It's on one of the long sides, the front door, the main door.
So it's like a side front door.
Anyway.
Like a front door at the side.
Yes.
Okay.
And he looked round the corner, he peeped. And would you believe it?
What?
What do you think? What do you think, boys and girls?
Not the cat.
Sammy Cat.
Sammy
Cat was sat at the front door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thought Robert. Better give Ted a miss today.
Yeah.
See what had happened? Mrs. Fields had flattened all the cardboard boxes, and she just hoisted Sammy out. So Sammy had come outside to play. So the problem was now, how would Robert get back home without Sammy spotting him? So he crept back the other way along the front of the mobile home by the rose garden, round the corner, past the vegetable plot and the herb garden. Waved at Jane. He likes Jane. Yeah. And then back, round the back, where Norman stands. And then all he had to do was sneak round the back of the potting shed, boys and girls, and he was home.
Good. Safe.
Robert had to have a quick peek, because he was right round the other side of the mobile home now. He had to have a quick peek to see if Sammy was still sat by the front door. And he wasn't there.
Ooh.
That was lucky, wasn't it? He thought, great, safe at last. I'm going to walk home. And he turned round and face to face, Sammy sat there staring at Robert. Face to face they were. Robert froze.
That's good.
It's called acting. Yeah. Shall we both do it?
Hey, we could have a staring competition.
Could we?
Yeah. I bet you'll blink first.
No doubt I will. Anyway, Robert froze. But Sammy didn't do anything. He just sat, grinning at Robert.
Grinning?
Robert thought, what shall I do? Anyway, he jumped up and down.
Yeah.
He waved his hands.
Yeah.
Made a growling noise.
Grrr.
Yeah. And it frightened Sammy.
Oh, good.
Well, frightened him. He ran off. Yeah. Not so much frightened, a bit more surprised, shall we say. Yeah. So he ran off and Robert thought, right. And he made a dash for it. Yeah. And he dashed straight for home with Sammy right behind him. Ooh. Sammy chased him really close. Robert run the fastest he'd ever run. Really fast.
Yeah, we need like some sound effect music.
Yeah, really fast. Can you run fast, boys and girls? I bet you can, can't you?
I bet they can.
I bet they can. Anyway, Robert got home, straight in, slammed the door shut. Yeah. Sammy didn't stop.
What?
And he went bang, straight into the front door.
No!
Into the mobile home. Banged his head. He did. Yes, thank you.
I thought I would reenact it.
Yeah, and he thought, where's that gnome disappeared to? He started scratching at the front door. Yeah. Robert sat very still and very quietly, like he always does when Sammy's near.
When there's trouble about.
When there's trouble about, yes. And he thought, he'll give up in the end. Yeah. And he did, boys and girls. And Robert, it's exactly what Robert thought. Yeah. Oh, thank goodness for that. So he took off his Wellingtons and he thought, that's enough in the garden today. Yeah. Mr. Field's gone off to church. He knew the garden was tidy. And he thought, I'll get a closer look at Ted tomorrow. So he made himself a cup of tea.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. And that's the end of the story for today, boys and girls. Yeah.
That's nice.
So we got 3 new arrivals, plastic gnomes. That's 6 gnomes, a fairy, and a tortoise. They're not real, they're just plastic. Yeah. But Mrs. Fields likes to look at them.
Getting a bit crowded.
Yeah, it is getting a bit crowded. And I'm glad you sat still. That was nice of you.
You're welcome.
So, shall we say a little prayer to finish like we always do?
Oh, that's good.
Shall we, boys and girls? Yeah. I tell you what. Yeah. Gary, would you like to say the prayer this week?
Me?
Yeah, you can do it.
Am I allowed?
Of course you're allowed. Anybody can pray.
Anybody?
Yeah, it's just like talking to Jesus. He'll listen to you.
Oh. Yeah. Well, what do I say?
Well, you say whatever comes into your head, whatever's happened today. Thank him for things that have happened today or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know what you have to do, don't you? Hands together.
Course.
Yeah. Are you going to tell everybody then?
Yeah, put your hands up like this. Yeah? Okay. Dear Jesus, thank you for the lovely day that we have had. We are sorry for all the naughty things that we've done. Please keep us safe tonight. And do I say amen?
Oh, yes.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Gary. Okay. That was a lovely prayer.
I like that.
It was, yes. Yeah. And boys and girls, when you go to bed tonight, you can say a prayer similar to that. Thank Jesus for the day and say sorry for anything that went wrong during the day and ask him to look after you tonight. Yeah?
That's great.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Shall we say bye-bye then?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I wonder if Damien, maybe he could play another song afterwards.
Oh,
would that be good?
What do you fancy?
Oh, anything he likes. I don't mind.
Okay. Anything you like then, Damien?
Perfect.
That'd be lovely. Okay. All right then, so bye-bye, everybody.
Bye. 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 Bye.
he fed them all. He raised the dead, he cured the blind, drove out the legion, restored a mind. He is the hero that we need, a man with power. He's the Son of God, you know his name. He brought good news, he taught the crowds, lifted the humble, rebuked the proud. He told the truth, he never lied, was always righteous before all eyes. He is the hero that we need, a man of justice. He's the Son of God, and you know his name. Jesus, you're the hero, you're the only one who saves. Jesus, you're the hero, there is power in your name. They saw his life, they heard him speak, they saw the signs but would not believe. They chose to hate, they chose to kill. He was rejected, forgave him still. He is the hero that we need, a man of sorrows. He's the Son of God, you know his name. Jesus, you're the hero, you're the only one who saves. Jesus, you're the hero, there is power in your name. Jesus, you're the hero, you're the only one who saves. Jesus, you're the hero, there is power in your name. When Jesus came to town, they will when Jesus came to town. He is the hero that we need, a man of sorrows. He's the Son of God, and you know his name.